it's a blessing in disguise for the Bears because look, before the season, and this is where I'm going to tell you said I'm going to puff out my chest. I'm not going to do that because this is where I said that the Bears, even with Justin Fields starting the season this year, it's going to be tough for them to get into playoffs. They're maybe an 8 to 9 win team with Justin Fields as their starter. I saw a lot of bad things today with the Chicago Bears, even after Justin Fields came into the game. The offensive line still couldn't contain anything. Justin Fields had a couple of times where he just held on to the ball too long, one of which he ended up fumbling the ball because he didn't see the defender coming. The interception that he threw was not a very good interception. That linebacker deked the heck out of him, came up like he was coming in, and then just dropped back into coverage because he knew exactly where Justin Fields was going. Those are things that Justin Fields is going to learn from. So I'm not worried about that stuff. The things that I am going to worry about is when I look at a guy like Matt Nagy calling plays, but not adjusting to call them for Justin Fields. Why are you not rolling Justin Fields out of the pocket on pass plays? A guy who is very comfortable and shown that he's very good with throwing the ball on the run. Why are you calling so many pass read options in the NFL? That doesn't work in the NFL. That allowed Cincinnati to hang in there and come back into this game. If it wasn't for the defense today and how the defense scored 14 points, the Bears scored 20. So the defense today is what allowed the Bears to win this game. It was not the offense. It was not Justin Fields. He's got some room to grow. He's going to grow. He's going to be a very good quarterback in this league. He's going to learn from the things that he's done wrong. But Matt Nagy has got to be able to adjust his play calling, and I don't think he has the capability of doing that.
So, Tori, we
Rookie.
sat here on what show is that? Wednesday when Soup Boss came in and he's like, NFL rookie quarterbacks should start. If you're drafted week 1, you should start. Well, Justin Fields was 16 for 13 for 60 yards and an interception in the second half of football. But I gotta ask you this question: is Andy Dalton getting hurt for the Bears a blessing in disguise?
No, no, no. I mean, the thing is it's going to be Justin Fields' team eventually, and I've said it numerous times. It's just not. It's not supposed to be this season. Depending on what happened with Andy with his knee, we'll see. But they're probably going to struggle. You saw it today. They struggle with their blocking. Justin struggled quite mightily, just like another rookie quarterback did. So it's going to be some rough days ahead for Justin if he's got to play the rest of the season. And there again, the big thing I hope it doesn't do it is affect him psychologically, where all of a sudden you get a little gun shy. It's like I said, you get hit enough times, you start to flinch.
Combs, you heard that. Do you think Justin Fields is going to be gun shy going into week 3?
No, and first of all, there's a couple of things in there. One, Buck, you did what you always do, and you threw some verbiage out there, and you called out, oh well, he was 6 of 13 for 80. The play calling was terrible. And they ran the ball most of the second half because they were up and they were trying to protect the lead. So there wasn't a whole lot of throwing out there. For one, for two, they weren't allowing Justin Fields to do the things that would make Justin Fields successful in the play calling. Matt Nagy has to adjust to the play calling. If he can't do that, that's going to hold Justin Fields back.